Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good week so far. So this week there was some really nice moves, nice clean moves. So if you did manage to get into it, then well done to you. I'm just basically going to do a quick video on wick POIs, okay, and not too much in depth, just basic concepts on wick points of interest, okay, and how you could manage to capitalize on moves like this week, okay. So let me just replay price to here. Okay, I'm not going to go into the low time frames, and really getting that sniper and stuff like that. I'm just going to really focus on just staying on the 1 hour time frame and just studying price action. So it's a case study, if you will. Okay, so what we can see here, right? I'll go to the left a little bit, right? So we had this range high, range low. Okay, so essentially we had this huge range that price was operating in, okay, for quite a bit, quite a long time, okay. Then what we had was a break of that range, okay. You can see a tiny little break close below of that range, okay, giving us our major BMS, okay. Now let's work back the way, okay. What caused this break? Okay, what was the extreme that caused that break? Okay, so I'm not going to be focusing on taking trades from here, I'm not going to be focusing on taking these trades inside these little these ranges here. Okay, I'm going to look at the bigger picture slightly. Okay, so this extreme, this close, this break close below. If we look back here, right, price took out liquidity. Okay, so we took out liquidity. We then had our BMS, and then followed by our major BMS. Okay, cool, right? So when we look at this here, right, what we can see is a wick POI right here. Okay, a wick POI. That's the most extreme point of interest. Okay, so wick POI right there. Okay, cool. Now let's just drag that across. Okay. Now just before that, okay, just to add a bit of confluence, we had this liquidity right below our point of interest. Okay, I've not got onto this bit yet. Okay, so now we've broken this low, fine, all good. Then what do we get? We get our BMS followed by our major BMS. Okay, fine. Now we work back again to see what the most extreme point which caused that major BMS. We've got this wick POI which is still not mitigated. Right? Now, going to the right, what do we have? Let me just drag it along. Okay, we have liquidity built up right above it. Right above it. Okay. Now, at this point here, we've also built up this trendline liquidity right below our zone, our supply zone, if you will. Okay? So this is kind of what we have at the moment, right? Now, listen, there's nothing wrong in taking a buy from here, okay, catching this move. Okay, now that in this scenario is just the early buys. Okay, that's just the early buys. Okay, now at this point, people are thinking the move's gone, the move's finished, how can I get in? They're panicking. Okay, there's no need to panic, just stay true to your zones. Okay, if you back test this, the wick POI stuff, right, if you guys back test it, live test it, it will help you refine your entries. It will even help you refine your higher time frame points of interest. Okay, it's such a powerful tool, and not a lot of people talk about it for some reason. Okay, so at this point, you can have, just on that note, by the way, you can have entries on 50% of the wick. You can have it, here or wherever you want. Okay, but whatever it is you do, just stay consistent to it. Okay, just stay very consistent. So guys, I've opened up the one-to-one to the public now. and within that session I'll go over different topics such as refinement of the zones. I'll talk about wick POIs in much greater detail. I'll talk about the entries and the criteria you need, and at the end, I'll walk through relevant price action, current price action, or even go back in time and really create a case study so that you can clearly understand the thought process that I go through before taking a trade, setting up a trade, analyzing a trade, etc. So the information for that will be in the description below. Right, so back to it. Okay, so we've got this case study here, right? So let's just go from the start. Okay, so we had our price takeout liquidity, which then led to the break structure. Okay, now we've got liquidity creation here, liquidity creation here. Now the supply zone that we've identified the extreme to be is a wick point of interest. Okay, same here. Okay, we've got price breaking structure, gave us a major breaking structure, and the extreme supply zone, which gave us all that price action, was this wick POI. Okay, so at this point, let's just place a short here. Right? Why do we do this? Because we know we want to be selling from in here, and we want to be closing our positions here, because at this point we'll be looking to buy. Okay, just following the 1 hour mitigations. Okay, so if we just play the price out, we get exactly that. Okay, now obviously if you use the 50%, you wouldn't have been tagged in. Okay, and that's completely fine. Like I said, swerves, losses, break-evens, it's all part of the game. Okay, just stay systematic. Okay, just because you didn't get tagged in using the 50%, don't then go and use the 50% here. Okay, just be systematic. Okay, so let's just use this. Okay, target is high, and as we all know, if you follow the markets this week, this is what happened. Okay, so this is literally, now obviously you can get a more refined entry, okay, even by just using the 50%. Okay, now for me, I don't necessarily use the 50% as such. Okay, so you can really refine your entries, etc., which I'm not going to be talking about on this video. Okay, but now basically you can see this move. So we had our sell to buy from both these wick POIs. Okay, and what we can see here now is literally we've been left with another wick POI. Okay, right here, which potentially in the near future, we could see price come back into, and we could see another entry to go higher. Okay, because let's just build our forecasting already. So we've got imbalance left here. If I can just make that black, easy to see, right? Imbalance left here. These zones here could get taken out as liquidity. If we get nice corrective price action into these levels, definitely look to go higher. Okay, so guys, that's it for me today. Like I said, very quick video, and somebody had asked about the wick POIs on the chat, so I thought, why not make a video. So I hope that helped, and I hope that information was useful. Hopefully it filled any gaps that you had with regards to the wick points of interest. If you did like the video, if you did like the content, give it a share, give it a like, and if you've not already done so, please do subscribe to this channel.